they were absolutely in the mix till the end. Lenny Yoro has been waiting 1 week for Real Madrid. It was Tuesday last week when Lenny Yoro received this news of Real Madrid. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, we have many things to mention, from Lenny Yoro to Xavi Simons, and also things to say on João Neves, Victor Osimhen, Marco Reus, and more. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me start today's video by mentioning the here we go, the big bomb of the week. Lenny Yoro to Manchester United is a done deal, waiting for the player to sign the contract, but everything is done in terms of agreements. So Manchester United have agreed already last week with Lille 50 million euros plus 12 million euros in add-ons. So a fantastic proposal for Lille for a player who is out of contract next summer. And then Manchester United were also able to agree on player side on the contract, because Lenny Yoro will put pen to paper on a 5-year deal with option for further season. So everything is agreed. Lenny Yoro was already in Manchester in the last 24 hours to undergo medical test. The first part is already done. He will complete more tests and then sign the contract as new Manchester United player. He's a fantastic signing for United, a player who was in the list of several clubs around Europe, Paris Saint-Germain, but then Lenny Yoro decided not to stay in France to try a different experience in a new league. Obviously, also Liverpool in Premier League really interested in Lenny Yoro, but never presented an official proposal. Real Madrid were the most interested club in Lenny Yoro. We know they were absolutely in the mix till the end. Lenny Yoro has been waiting 1 week for Real Madrid. It was Tuesday last week when Lenny Yoro received this news of Real Madrid not in the race anymore in terms of negotiations with Lille. Real Madrid were out of the negotiation with Lille after they agreed on 50 million euros deal with Manchester United. Real Madrid had 1 week to match the proposal of Manchester United, but they never wanted to do so, because for Manchester United was the case to be that aggressive on this deal, worth 50 million euros for a player out of contract next summer, because was the only way to put pressure and sign Yoro. For Real Madrid, the only way was something around 20-25 million euros, but not 50 plus 12. So Real Madrid, after 1 week trying to convince Lenny Yoro in waiting, in respecting their strategy, they understood that there was no more chance, because Lenny Yoro decided to accept Manchester United proposal. Real Madrid was his biggest dream. He wanted to go to Real Madrid, but he decided to accept Man United because in the last 7 days he saw how strong were Manchester United in negotiations, how convincing they were in talks with the player, with his family, also in terms of project, a really important salary, the vision for the future. And so Manchester United have been able to convince Lenny Yoro and to sign a fantastic defender. This is a really great signing for Manchester United. So Lenny Yoro is a done deal. I have many Manchester United fans who keep asking me about a story released in England this week. Xavi Simons and Manchester United could be a possibility. Many people asking me. The interest is something realistic, because many clubs are interested in Xavi Simons in England, in Spain, in Germany, wherever. But what I'm told, and what I always told you, and I keep repeating today after checking with my sources, is that Xavi Simons is expected to continue in Germany for next season. We know Bayern are trying, but Red Bull Leipzig are still absolutely in the mix, so still nothing decided. It's Bayern against Leipzig, but trust me that Leipzig are still there. So Bayern are pushing on daily basis with the director Max Eberl. Leipzig are still trying and still fighting. It's not gonna be a long saga. It's not a saga for August. Xavi Simons wants to decide soon, and so Leipzig and Bayern remain the two favorites at the moment. Manchester United are not in advanced talks for Xavi Simons. This is the story for the Dutch super talent. And many questions also on another fantastic talent, João Neves, the Portuguese midfielder of Benfica. We keep having many rumors on Paris Saint-Germain, but guys, what I told you in the last 2 weeks is the absolute current situation. João Neves is ready to say yes to PSG. João Neves is attracted by Paris Saint-Germain project and by the possibility of working under a coach like Luis Enrique, who does always a fantastic job with technical players and with players, especially in the midfield, like João Neves. So he's really attracted by this possibility, and the player side is okay. The most important part is to reach an agreement between clubs. Paris Saint-Germain have told Benfica of their strong interest in João Neves at the beginning of June and also in the following weeks. Paris Saint-Germain knew that Benfica always wanted the release clause, 120 million euros. Benfica are not accepting 50, 60 or 70. This is the position of Benfica. So now Paris Saint-Germain want to continue in talks, want to push on this story and want to anticipate English clubs interested in João Neves. So PSG will go very strong on this one. They know it's not easy with Benfica. It's still not done between clubs, but PSG will push. PSG will insist because they know the player is keen on the move and attracted by the project and attracted by the manager idea, Luis Enrique, who João Neves considers as a fantastic coach. For PSG, what I told you in the morning is about Victor Osimhen, and let me tell you that Victor Osimhen, to add some details, is really open and keen to the move to Paris Saint-Germain. So Victor Osimhen already said yes to Paris Saint-Germain project. The director, Luis Campos, is the same director who was with Victor Osimhen at Lille, and this could be a factor. So the conversation with the agent of Roberto Calenda, the agent of Victor Osimhen, is a very good conversation ongoing between PSG and player side. So the contract for Victor Osimhen is not expected to be a problem, similar to the João Neves case. But the real point is the negotiation Napoli-PSG. The situation is still tense between the two clubs after what happened with Kvaratskhelia. Imagine that PSG dream was to bring both Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen, but how they were negotiating for Kvaratskhelia was something that made Napoli president De Laurentiis upset. So this is why now PSG and Napoli have to find a way. PSG want to pay under the release clause, want to try to reach an agreement, but conversation ongoing. Napoli, PSG for Victor Osimhen, who is another target for Paris Saint-Germain. We said about Osimhen, we said about Désiré Doué. It's a big fight. Bayern PSG for Désiré Doué, waiting for the player to decide which club he wants to join, and then João Neves in this busy summer for Paris Saint-Germain. And then, guys, to finish today's video, I wanted to mention Marco Reus, one of the big free agents of the market. He left Borussia Dortmund. It was a very romantic, fantastic love story between Marco Reus and Borussia Dortmund. He's now free. He's now ready for a new chapter, and the new chapter will be in MLS, because Marco Reus is going to play for LA Galaxy. There are just some small details to clarify between the player and LA Galaxy, but today, exclusive update, Marco Reus told Galaxy that he wants to join. He's prepared to say yes, so it's time to review the contracts, to clarify some detail, and then Marco Reus to LA Galaxy to MLS will be a here we go, an important story, and so we will follow more also on Borussia Dortmund. They are obviously very busy with several deals. The interest in Jan Couto, Seru Girassi is signing on Thursday as new Borussia Dortmund player after passing the final part of medical, so it's going to be a busy couple of days for Borussia Dortmund, but Marco Reus left and is going to LA Galaxy. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, from Victor Osimhen to Xavi Simons, Lenny Joro. Do you think it's the right decision for the player to go to Man United and not to Real Madrid? And also Désiré Doué and all the other stuff we discussed, like João Neves too. Let me know your opinion here in comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.